For today's Cyber CEO episode,
She showed up. She reassured me that A, I'm here for you, and B, I know what I'm doing, even if I wasn't sure what I was doing. But she assured me that she had my back and she was going to get me across all platforms. She has taught me a lot. Numbers have increased. She sends me my monthly reports. The commitment, knowing someone showing up every day with your best interests and execution. That's been the biggest impact. It really releases a part of your business that you can let go of. I've learned to let go of. So it opens me up for more business and more things to do. It's really a safe, secure part of my business that I just can stop worrying about. So it's been a great just relief and a sense of accomplishment where I'm not beating myself up for or making excuses that it's not getting done, because it is getting done now. It's always great when you have help. So I appreciate that.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Antionette, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for giving us your time today. I know you have a lot of things to do. Really appreciate that. Now, to start things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are business owners, just like yourself. So I need your help. Can you tell us something about yourself and your business?
So I am an independent solo agent at Keller Williams. So when I've been an agent for 12 years, always a solo agent, never on a team. So I was very much used to doing things just by myself. Mm-hmm. If I needed independent help, I would always independent contract someone for some additional help, whatever that may be, marketing, TC work, whatever that was, but never a staff. So never an admin, never a TC, a full-time TC or part-time TC. I would just do it as needed. So as I transitioned during COVID, everything changed.
True.
So even, of course, in our business changed as well. So during that time, I thought it was a great time since everything's changing. Let's change brokerages. So I did that. The brokerage I was at before, we had built-in admins. Mm-hmm. So I was used to having just pass the paperwork along. When I transitioned to Keller Williams, we did not have that. So even though I knew I wanted to be at Keller Williams for multiple of reasons, mm-hmm. I figured I'll figure out the TC part or I'll do it myself. Mm-hmm. And boy, was I in a rude awakening thinking I could do it myself. With my level of business, that was a learning curve. I just wasn't prepared for it, to doing it myself.
Okay, so that's why you found your Cyberbacker, got the help. How long have you been working with us, by the way?
Oh, since January. So I knew after doing it myself for 1 year, I was not going into year 2 doing it myself.
Just say.
So yes, I knew I had to have someone on board and committed to that TC part of my real estate career. And that's when I got introduced to Cyberbacker.
There you go. So if you don't mind me asking, how did you find out about Cyberbacker anyway?
So as I was looking for someone, of course, we had other assistants, other virtual assistants, mm-hmm. other in-person assistants I did some interviewing for. Was nervous about the virtual assistant, haven't had virtual work done, other projects, but never an assistant. One of our operating managers, Amina, has now part of Cyberbacker herself. Oh, yeah. And she introduces to Keller Williams. She brought that introduction to Keller Williams and our office. So I was like, okay, so Amina knows them. Keller Williams are familiar. So this has to be a win-win situation. It kind of took out the guesswork for me. The unknown of virtual assistants, and then having Keller Williams affiliated, having a meeting affiliated, it really took out a lot of the concerning aspects of it. Is this safe? Is this something I can depend on? Is this going to get the job done efficiently? So that took out the guesswork for me.
There we go. And no more doubts right there. But how was the transition though? Again, you mentioned no team, no staff, no anything previously. Now you're working with someone again, and who's now part of your team, basically, but someone who's virtual. How was the transition there? Was it a big change?
It was. After I took out the security part of things, okay, we have the backing. Amina, Keller Williams, they're affiliated. They're backing us, right? You'll be fine. You'll be safe. Diana, the coordinator, who I spoke to a lot, she was just as important to me as Glio because she really held my hand during this process and really showed me what was the expectation, met my expectations and exceeded them. Because after speaking to her first and foremost, I was telling her I never relinquished that part of my business to anyone. I've always done it myself. And it was hard for me to say, sure, you can do that. Here, I'm giving, yes, no problem. It was hard for me.
Easy.
And it wasn't because I hadn't met my Cyberbacker yet, Glide. I hadn't met her yet. So it wasn't due to incompetence or being familiar. It was just turning over a huge part of your business to someone else when you have been doing it all yourself for so many years. So she definitely assured me through our many conversations that it's okay. We have you. And I even said, I may go slower than what you may be used to, or I may have some hesitation. I said, please don't be offended. It's not you, it's me. It's me. I'm holding back a little bit. But they were awesome in helping me transition into a teammate.
Yeah. So shout outs to Diana over there, of course, from the growth division. Shout outs to her. So I would totally agree with how you felt back then, because again, you started the business, you were on your own. Again, you were used to doing everything on your own, is what you mentioned earlier. And I think that's quite normal. That's quite normal because you're being not really forced to trust, but just putting your trust into someone that you haven't met in person, someone who's virtual. But now you've been working with Glidel for a few months now. I'm curious how that started then. How did that trust start in this partnership?
Oh, she showed up. She reassured me that A, I'm here for you, and B, I know what I'm doing, even if I wasn't sure what I was doing. So she showed me that she was prepared, which that created a lot of trust. She showed me that I'm prepared. You can trust me. Ask me the questions. Give me the tab. And she showed up too. So she showed up, and that definitely created that foundation of trust and her commitment. And even she was like pushing me. She would push me. We have this thing. We have a checklist. So she gives me checklists, and we share these checklists with one another.
Accountability.
Her nice nudge is my checklist unchecked. So that's her nice nudge to say, this is what we still have to do. And I'm like, I'm really not ready for her. She's more prepared than I am. So that was the awesome part. That was built that trust. That's what built that foundation. And like I said, in speaking to Diane and speaking to her, when you create that one sheet, that's everything in your mind that you want to happen, that you want for your business, the current business and future business. And Glide and Diana is a very future business. We spoke of that a lot. Not just making this a one-time thing or a short-term thing. Yeah. They definitely speak of, and they got me on that part, speaking of future business. Because I wanted this to happen to grow my business, obviously.
Of course.
So we're definitely speaking of future business, and they both was on that same page. And Glide constantly, we talk about future business all the time. She even came up with the whole year of our goal sheet.
Wow.
Yes. Gosh. So and that's when I know she really got me. She was getting me because instead of us thinking future business, she definitely go ahead and say, let's just go ahead and plan for the rest of the year on some goals, team goals, individual goals for herself, myself, and us as a team. So I was really won over when she presented that document with me on that goal sheet. So that was very impressive.
Gosh, imagine just having someone who's very accountable for their role and, of course, the success of your business. I think that's an asset right there. An asset.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Now, I want to talk more about Lytle, though. You mentioned earlier she handles transaction coordination, TC work. What else do you have her do in the business now?
During our interview process on my one sheet, I knew the social media was a big part of my missing business. I was missing that a lot. Where I started it, but I definitely had not. It hadn't been touched. Glide was very in the interview process, and when we get their assessments of themselves and that all that the pre-interview, even her resume, it definitely included that she was very much into social media, and she was very tech savvy. So that was a huge part in the interview process that definitely stood out to me because I knew that was a huge part that I was definitely missing. In this age, we definitely need to be on it, right?
True.
For
Absolutely.
everyone. I knew was missing that piece. I knew I needed it for a better reach to my clients, future clients, past clients, just my community. So I knew I was missing that, and it was a huge part on her resume. And then even in our one sheet. So social media has been a huge aspect. I can tell I knew she was great at it on paper, but she definitely, again, showed up and proved that she was definitely in tune to that part of her job title in the social media aspect. So TC work, which is, paperwork, transactional close, she's definitely had that. That was learning. That was some learning things. This is how I like to work and process that. Yet again, we've been navigating that perfectly. She taught me a lot. She even like, again, when she came about that social media part, I said immediately, I'm not ready for this. But she assured me that she had my back and she was going to get me across all platforms. I thought platform meant Instagram, Facebook. No, she meant platform.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. Exactly. Everything. So she has, like I said, she has taught me a lot. Numbers have increased. She sends me my monthly reports of what my numbers look like. Yes, she sends me the report. And it says, "Hi, Antionette, here are your social media numbers for the month of May."
Wow.
So I get a digitized report of my reach, my increases, my decreases, grade graphs, bar graphs, number graphs. She definitely supplies me with that. And I guess that's just to support her greatness and making sure we are reaching those numbers on that social media increase. And I'm blown away at the numbers of increases. Well, when you go from nothing to something, you're going to have increases.
Yeah, of course. Because social media is very big nowadays. I'm not sure even before the pandemic, but I think it just doubled in size. People that are on social media right now, if you're not on social media, the business is not going to be very good. But now, social media, you're all on platforms. And imagine, it's only been a few months that you've been working together. Imagine that growth, let's say after a year from now, right?
100%. And that's what she said. She was like, don't be overwhelmed. We're going to get there. We're growing. We're taking these steps. And she's definitely, I have great ideas and concepts, and she has great execution. So
perfect combination right there.
Perfect combination. Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I have one last question for you today, Antionette. I know, again, it's in the early stages of the partnership that you have with Lyle, just a few months in. What's been the biggest impact of virtual leverage through Cyberbackers to your business so far? What's been the impact?
The commitment, knowing someone showing up every day with your best interests, and execution. So that's been the biggest impact. It really releases a part of your business that you can let go of. I've learned to let go of. I've learned to let go of. So it opens me up for more business and more things to do. It's really a safe, secure part of my business that I just can stop worrying about, right? I don't have to keep taking it to the left side of my desk, putting it back in front of me, moving it back to the left side of the desk because it's not done. So it's really that part of my business. So it's been a great just relief and a sense of accomplishment that I'm not beating myself up for or making excuses that it's not getting done, because it is getting done now. So it's just another building block of my business. Like I said, she put the block and we just keep building. I told her we're just going to keep building from there. We're just going to keep taking those steps forward to grow, to continue to grow our team and make it a great business. I know I get compliments all the time. Oh, I saw your social media. I want to say, it's not me. It's not me. It's me, but it's not me. So I got compliments that they're impressed. I'm like, I am too. So we definitely have grown. I just see the business running in the exact direction that I planned for it to run in. So that's how, and it's always great when you have help. So I appreciate that.
Definitely. Again, block by block, going to build that business, of course, and grow the business. Now, before we end today, I forgot to tell you that Glidal's going to be able to listen and watch this once we have this online, once we have it uploaded. So I wanted to know, do you have any special messages or a quick shout out to give out to her before we end?
Quick shout out to Glidal. Yeah, like I said, when she sends me those graphs, I'm impressed that I even get that email. Right. And then just the way she puts them together, easy, legible, readable. I'm just impressed. We see it. Glidal, from your interview, I knew you were a go-getter. You're already a business-minded young lady. And I just appreciate your commitment, your understanding of me, and just your commitment to our growth in our business. So we're looking forward to filling that goal sheet up the rest of 2023 and 2024. So let's go.
There we go. Now, we are very, very excited to see the continued growth and success of this partnership. And again, Antionette, thank you very much for giving us your time today. I had fun talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.